News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, the judge decides to go forward with a murder trial, and authorities respond to the Love Ranch following a bomb threat. News 46 starts now.
You're watching Kpvm News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Two 17-year-old boys will go on trial for murder. It's Thursday, September 6th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. The body of 46-year-old mother of four, Dawn Liebig, was discovered in the late evening of July 31st in a shallow grave on the north side of Pahrump. Two of her sons, one of who was adopted, have been charged with the crime and allegedly admitted to police that they stabbed and bludgeoned her to death while she slept on the living room sofa. The defense in the case said today that they have not received confirmation from the coroner that the body was found actually was Dawn Liebig. Her sons Dakota Saldivar and Michael Wilson reportedly admitted to police on camera to burying their mother a few hundred feet from their home and showed them the burial spot. The reason police say the pair admitted that they were tired of her complaining. Liebig was reportedly battling terminal cancer at the time of her alleged murder.
It was the longest one I've done so far in my career. It started on Thursday afternoon at 1:30. We went all day Thursday, all day Friday, and then reconvened at about, we were supposed to get started at 10, didn't get going until about 10:20 today, and then just wrapped up moments ago. We went through just a pretty voluminous amount of testimony and evidence. There's tons of independent evidence that the death occurred and that it was by criminal agency. You can never tell how long a preliminary hearing is going to go. A lot of it's dependent on how extensive the cross-examination is, but you could tell from the get-go that this one wasn't going to be just one morning. Today I'll simply state that we met our burden of proof for the preliminary hearing, which is, we have to show probable cause that the crimes occurred. Regarding the rulings that were made today, there was quite a bit of legal argument and more than one ruling made, so I don't want to really refer back to them too extensively and perhaps misrepresent one of the rulings, but ultimately the judge did rule in the state's favor at this hearing.
Going to order that the defendants be bound over to the district court to answer to all charges there as charged on the criminal complaint.
So for something to become case law, it has to be a published opinion, and in Nevada, we have an appellate level court and a Supreme Court at this point. We also have federal courts like the Ninth Circuit and the Supreme Court that publish opinions that essentially control lower court rulings. So it's not considered a binding published opinion because it's simply a ruling, but it is somewhat of a precedent. It gives us an idea of what to expect going forward. The body cam law is very new, and so we've had very few rulings on admissibility of body camera at this point. Hasn't been seen from since is enough independent corroboration, but then on top of that, you load up the discovery of the body. The fact that the body bears, as you can see in those photographs submitted through Detective Fancher, obvious stab wounds and blunt force trauma wounds to the skull. There's no doubt that there is a corpus in this case. It's just simply overwhelming. I listed all the other factors earlier. A couple of weeks ago, we, through our research, found a statute that stated that if somebody is under the age of 18, that they can now receive the death penalty for the crime of murder in Nevada.
Penalty for this crime, what's the maximum?
Life with the possibility of parole. In Nevada, they are being tried as adult by law. Certain acts if committed by people under the age of 18 are deemed delinquent acts and subject to juvenile court jurisdiction. However, by law, this is not one of the acts that subjects you to juvenile court jurisdiction. September 28th is going to be the district court arraignment for both individuals.
Well, earlier today, management at the Love Ranch brothel received bomb threats via telephone. According to brothel owner Dennis Hoff's chief executive assistant, Zach Hames, he told News 46 that the two calls were phoned in to the Love Ranch. The first one at 11:30 and the second call 45 minutes later from a man stating that he was watching the front of the building and was going to kill them all. Hames told us that he hung up the phone both times and called police. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, Nevada Highway Patrol, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, and specialized law enforcement officers with bomb-sniffing dogs all were dispatched to the Love Ranch in Crystal, Nevada this morning for a reported bomb threat. The Love Ranch is a brothel in Crystal, Nevada, owned by Dennis Hoff. According to Lieutenant David Berukowitz from the Nye County Sheriff's Office, it appears at this time that this was a false report. Berukowitz tells News 46 that the threat was called in to the Love Ranch this morning, stating that there would be some explosive device on the property at that time. Deputies have searched the entire area and have found nothing suspicious. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And more news concerning Dennis Hoff. We told you about this yesterday. Brothel owner and Assembly District 36 candidate Dennis Hoff is being investigated independently from the Nevada Department of Public Safety. The Carson City Sheriff's Office says that they made a request for outside sources to assist with new allegations of a sexual assault that they say was reported over the weekend by a Carson City woman who says that Hoff had raped her. The female was reportedly at the hospital Sunday night, and police were called to take a report. These are following the several other allegations Hoff has received in recent years from at least 3 separate women. Officials will not comment any further on the case, except that they have decided it would be best for the Nevada Department of Public Safety to be brought in because of the contentious situation they say that Hoff has been in recently concerning his brothel license and his political run for Assembly. Dennis Hoff's camp has responded by saying that Mr. Hoff has spoken with investigators and is cooperating fully. While he has his suspicions at this time, Mr. Hoff does not know exactly what the allegations are, who made them, or when the alleged incident supposedly took place. Nevertheless, he completely and totally denies that any such incident occurred and believes that the allegations are groundless and politically motivated. News 46 will return in just a moment.